Well, it's going to be difficult to get it done because, St. Thomas is St. Thomas, and I just want to say it that way. This team is very dominant, and defense is where it's going to be key. They're going to dominate on defense. It starts up front with the front four. The front four is dynamic, explosive. Those guys up there, they're fierce, and if you can't slow those guys down, it's going to be a long day.
St. Thomas Aquinas with a defensive line that is as good as any unit in the entire country. They just maul people up front.
They do. They're right there. Nick Bosa. We're going to be calling his name a lot tonight. They're playing him there at a one technique because of the Darian Wilson's ability to rush the ball right up the middle. That's different for Bosa's position. Cowboys come out in an eye. It's a run by LaDarian Wilson. Stood up at the line of scrimmage by Claudette Judy. They gave Wilson a yard, so call it 2nd down and 9. Right back to the fullback. Hit immediately. Wyatt Ray, the defensive end. Brandon Boyce and Wyatt Ray have committed to Duke and Boston College, respectively. In the linebacking core, Damon Arnett is a converted defensive back. He's committed to South Carolina. In the secondary, Rashard Causey headed to FIU. He's the only FBS commit of that group, but all are likely to end up going to Division I programs and potentially high major programs. Osceola in a passing situation on 3rd and 9 and back to their traditional flex bone look. LaDarian Wilson puts the ball on the ground. It's recovered by Bosa. He's able to just find it, scoop it. You don't want to get in 3rd and long situations if you're Osceola because you're a team that likes to rush the football, but you definitely don't want to turn the ball over against St. Thomas Aquinas. Well, the game's going to be won at the line of scrimmage, and watch the line of scrimmage change with those dark blue shirts playing in the backfield. Osceola is a very good offensive line. They're young, but they're very good, strong, talented kids. Brandon Boyce, leading tackler on this team. Ball! Pass! Another fumbled snap, Isaiah Wilson. When you got a guy named Nick Bosa playing over the center every play, I bet we'll see a few more balls on the ground. Bosa is an imposing guy. Again, he's a defensive end. They haven't been playing nose guard tonight. 6 carries for 2 yards. Isaiah Wilson wants to throw for the first time, has pressure, and he is swarmed. Isaiah Wilson, they throw a lot of passes, and you see all these dark shirts coming in there. And for Wilson, we were talking, Coach Nichols, I think he was asked, who do you compare St. Thomas Aquinas to? What did he say, Austin? Florida State. Florida State. It's a good football team. They're playing. Pass off. LaDarian Wilson. Hit by Brandon Boyce. Duke commit with his 2nd tackle for loss, 23rd of the season. This guy transferring in too. Boyce, you see him shed his block so quickly. Got to figure a lot of other Central Florida football fans are watching at home. The mesh point blown up, and Isaiah Wilson is drilled. Yeah, blowing up, or your mesh point, like you said, right at the point of attack, and making Isaiah Wilson bounce this thing out. And Isaiah Wilson up in the shotgun on 3rd and 13. To his left. Now they've got Bosa playing defensive end. He's been playing nose, but now they got him on the edge. Watch him accelerate to the quarterback, shed his block. Now look how quickly he's on the quarterback. I mean, he covers a lot of ground, 260 pounds. And there's probably not an ounce of body fat on him. He's one of the most impressive players that I've seen on film in a long, long time. He's a J.J. Watt-like type of a football player. Marcus Edwards in motion. It'll be Wilson off the left side. Ran through an arm tackle by Bosa, and Osceola with a 1st down. It's 1st of the game on back-to-back runs by Wilson. Darian Wilson, one of the 3 or 4 strongest guys on this team. Cuts it back. Pelagar with a block, and he is tripped up after a gain of 2. James Oliphant on the backside. Once again, it's Edwards in motion. Bosa right away. Wilson had barely received the handoff, and he is not yet up off the turf. I hope we can see this again. Watch the nose guard, number 97. We don't see him, but he sheds the block of the center. He's in the face of Wilson before he can even get going and eats him up, and Wilson's still down, and that is not good for Osceola. Watch number 97. Perfect technique, just an arm over. You try to go low and block Bosa, he just steps over you. Do is eat, sleep, and play football and lift weights. 3rd down and 10. Isaiah Wilson wanted to go long, escaped 1 defender, Christopher Hart and Brandon Boyce.
combine on the sack. 10.
Well, Isaiah Wilson's got nowhere to throw the football now. It's just try to run for dear life. Look at the penetration. This is what you're seeing if you're Wilson back there. You got guys flying at you in all directions, and look at the size.
Black. Motion by Isaiah Brown. Isaiah Wilson looking to throw, and no chance. Wyatt Ray and Brandon Boyce were both there right away.
Different things. 90% run. Now you're asking to pass protect against arguably the best pass rush in the nation.
We got to play harder, and we're going to play harder.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Good luck to you the rest of the way.
Sounds like a coach who's trailing 17-0 at half in a state title game, but Etwan Black on a speed sweep. Nowhere to run. Leading tackler Brandon Boyce. Amazing what kind of night he's having.
Yeah, Brandon Boyce just wreaks havoc again.
Aquinas. 3rd down and 13. Ladarian Wilson got back 2 of the lost yards. It's Julian McLeod, one of the backups who'd be a starter on pretty much any other team in the entire state. Ladarian Wilson, ball came out. It's loose at the 14, and it's recovered by Aquinas.
Blow up the point of attack. They put 2 bodies on him, and Ladarian Wilson on his first carry of this half. Before he even gets the ball.
Just the second first down. It looked like a bust.
Forward into spring and next year.
Counter to Etwan Black. Coughed the ball up. Wants to give it back to Osceola.
Yeah, that underneath inside handoff. There's some green space in there, but Black's not able to kind of hit it, and that ball comes loose.
Wilson wants to throw on 3rd and 17. That is what's on the line here. The 7A championship trophy. State football title, the most coveted prize in Florida high school sports.
That Coach Casula said we play for gold. We're Raiders. There's some gold there. They're going to be wearing around their neck tonight. The stadium looks beautiful, though. I mean, they've done a great job here. Oh, they're fake punt.
Into a 31-yard gain. By far Osceola's best play of the night. Cowboys were in danger of being held to the lowest total yards in a state championship game ever. That play is probably going to erase that chance. Perhaps a chance to score.
My wife's watching her show, and I got to watch my football. We're still in the same room. I use that app all the time. It's excellent.
Etwan Black smothered that sign in the Aquinas crowd. We want Bama. It's my pick for best sign of the state finals so far. Even in the appropriate crimson red color.
Really difficult on opposing offenses.
1st and 10 from the 25. And Isaiah Brown motions into the backfield. And he'll carry it for a yard.
He's not even on our roster. But that was a nice tackle.
Wilson to throw on 2nd and 13. Fade route for Heligar, and this is going to be intercepted at the 7. Return is on for Aquinas, tackled at the 44-yard line. It's Frank Coppett, backup defensive back.
And throw it deep, but it just comes off his hand really poorly and fluttered out. And now just a gift to Coppett, coming off the bench, making a play. And a nice return by Coppett. Shows some speed there.
And just 2:36 remains, and another dominant performance here tonight. Despina Barton down on the field with our Bright House Sports Network player of the game.
Hey guys, I'm down with our player of the game, Brandon Boyce. He led with tackles for losses and tackles on the game. Any better way to go out your senior year?
This is the best way possible, man. Putting in work all week, year long. Just you fighting through it, and it's just amazing. I love this team.